Hello again, Pat.
Hi, Mike. I should tell you, I just spent almost $400 on more trays.
How much?
Well, 400 bucks. I bought some of the deep um, mesh and shallow mesh and 30 more. Anyway, I bought more trays. So I've got more deep
Nice.
too. Yeah.
Each strap one?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I got a lot of them right now. A lot of them.
Yeah. Good to have them when you need them for sure.
Welcome, Tracy. Give people a few moments. Make sure. Did somebody else come in? Roxana? Yep.
So yeah, it'd be that guy, yep.
This guy.
That guy right there.
Okay. She moved stuff on me. It was here, but it looked like it was there, and I wanted to make sure it was that one because she moved.
I had to rotate things up. He's on the move, man.
She's trying to trick you.
Yeah, I think so.
Just keeping him on his toes.
Yep.
All right, for the all important, in case Lorena watches this later, you're gonna want to know. She'll say I didn't do it. So this is the Basil one we've been testing on. So that is the height it is now. Let's do the tape measure here. Hopefully I don't drop it because that would be bad. Let's get it in there. And almost 2 inches. Just shy of 2 inches, probably 1 7/8, something like that. Is where we're at now.
Cute.
That's the height of the basil. Let's look at the bottom of the basil. It's definitely dry. So it's definitely going to need some water. So it's the roots on the bottom. But very full, very blumps.
You can see little tree leaf dudes over here. I don't know if you can see where that's at, but you can
Looks
look
really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm still gonna. I forgot this week, but I'm still gonna do a weighted one and see how it does as well.
Oh, we did forget.
You get just the routine of doing everything, right? You don't even think about stuff. You just do it. But yeah, I mean, we added fertilizer last time in the mosquito control, biological mosquito control. But we don't add anything on that on this now that we did that on Friday. I don't see any bugs or anything coming out of it when I'm touching it or anything like that. So nothing flying out of them, nothing flying over by here. So that's just visual check. Make sure you do that. If you're still having that issues in a few days, then I would probably add some more. But shouldn't need to if you just do that one time treatment on it. In theory. Depending on how bad you got it going on.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on basil, guys, that you need to know? I mean, there's not a whole bunch at this point. Just want to make sure it's healthy. It's looking good at this point. That you should have it like that. Just visual inspecting, making sure the edges aren't getting over dry or not going as high as the other spots. You're always going to have a natural crowning down on any tray, especially basil. But you shouldn't be like really short and dried out. You'll be able to tell if there's an issue with it or something. But this one is very healthy.
I have a question, although I was paying attention when you guys talked about the fertilizer and the mosquito stuff. I
Yep.
think I spaced out because I don't quite understand why you don't have mosquitoes in the room, right? Why are we using the mosquito stuff?
So it's actually just nematodes. It's called mosquito control. They actually are nematodes that eat the larva of mosquitoes, fungus gnats, thrips, whiteflies, all sorts of flying animals. So any kind of flying critter that would be in your soil, because the soil's here so much longer with basil, it gives them the time they would need to hatch out. So if at any point you have soil that has any eggs or larvae in it, there is time. And that's kind of the factor
Okay.
that a lot of microgreen growers don't have to deal with if they're doing 10-day grows nonstop. It's when you get into these 4-week grows where there's time there and it gives it too much time for things to start hatching out. So as a preventative, at week 2, we will go ahead and just put that in the water. It's not harmful at all. It's very, very safe. It's actually safe for wildlife and everything else. People put them in their ponds whenever there's mosquito issues. We don't put it as a top water. It's a bottom water, never comes in contact with the foliage. But we just do it at the same time as our fertilizer, just to make it super duper easy. We make a bucket up with the microbes lift BMC and then the Lotus Grow at the same time.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait, they have mosquitoes in there?
No mosquitoes
Oh,
in
that
there.
would be so sad.
That would be bad.
I know. I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine having mosquitoes would be in there? That's
Farming indoors for a reason, man.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. But good question.
Makes sense. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
I do have another question that's not basil related. It's more container related. Are you guys gonna ever put up maybe some links? Because I hear you guys talking about different container sizes and shapes. So I don't know if you guys can put something up that just kind of
An
maybe indicates, yeah, we're using these for this or the, you know, I don't know if that's possible.
Anything's possible.
Well,
Yeah.
I know, but you guys have enough going on, so you know.
But yeah, no, that's a good thought. I'll put it on the list.
Yeah. And I have
Okay. Yeah.
get ordered anyway because markets are coming up.
Yep.
So those little containers and then my 32s will be here. They were supposed to be here today, but they're not. So
Okay.
I
yeah, no.
also
And
have
how
a
is
container question.
Ounce of container per ounce of microgreen, right? That's kind of how we're trying to.
Yeah.
in theory,
It's not all
8 to 12 ounces
Yeah.
of volume.
Okay.
Because now we're using the 24s for everything, even though everything's 2 ounces. It does have a little bit more room, but it also gives us room to not have to squish it in very neat and tidy.
Yeah.
Or when we're doing our layered products, we can put 3 things in there without having to really be careful about pinching the edges. So the faster process is worth it.
Yes.
That's good.
These are the flatter ones, right? Like
No,
the
these
thinner
are not.
ones.
These are the 24 ounce
24
normal
ounce,
size,
yeah,
standard size ones.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We did use the 16 slims, but when we started getting more and more volume and doing, you know, at some points up to 600 trays of harvesting, it was much quicker to be able to have a bigger area to put the stuff into, and then close it. And we tested it first, obviously, and we put it up in our walk-in cooler, and we put it up like it'd be in a grocery store, you know, on its side, standing up, and we seen no drop down or anything like that over a 2-week period. So we're like, it'll work, and it just streamlined everything a little bit for us.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, we definitely can make a video and go over all that. I'll put it on the list for sure. That's a good one. Thanks, Roxanne.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Tracy, you had something?
Yeah, so right back to the salad
Yes.
from the last get together.
If
But
you're not
this is
here,
a
if you're here on this
container
one, we had it on
question.
the last video.
Yeah. What
Part
What
2 of the
size?
salad.
Yeah, part 2 of salad. What size container do you recommend? Because I'm looking at like the round dome because I think that looks really attractive. There's like 24 ounce, 32 ounce, 48 ounce.
Yeah. Yeah, 24 ounce. If you're going, are you going for like the individual salad kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do the 24 ounce one then.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Family style.
I was going back and forth between that and 32, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I would go with the 24 because you're gonna make it, but you're gonna make it look better with less product too, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
You get really well with salads like that. You could do some borage for some cucumber and some carrots.
Some
You can have a
cantaloupe
whole
in there.
cantaloupe, like you can have a whole fruit summer salad in that thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I can because of our rules.
Well,
I
mean, it
would
wouldn't
have
be like
to.
actual cut product. It would be like
Micro cantaloupe.
micro cantaloupe, borage, because borage is considered cucumber, micro cucumber they call it.
Oh,
And
I see what you mean. Okay, yeah,
micro
because I
fruit.
am gonna mix it with my green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
or
you can put like
actually lay the greens on top.
Yeah.
Layer. We're going to layer.
Combine layered products.
It's all about wording, right?
It's all about compliance.
Yes.
Say the words that they want you to say.
Yes.
Well, basil's a short thing, so we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, or if nobody's got anything else.
I think I'm all good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't have more questions.
Bailey, you good?
Mm-hmm.
A question on display for farmers market. So I was in between a chalkboard, like an actual chalkboard with like that's on legs. You know, you can see them when they put like menus for like restaurants. Not too big, something where I can just put like my pricing, whatever, or a whiteboard where I can also do the same thing. I don't know if there's a more appealing factor for the chalkboard or.
I personally think the chalkboard would look better, more
Okay.
appealing. A whiteboard's easier to change.
You can get chalk markers though, which look really nice and they're
Yeah.
very colorful. Because
Yeah.
I have definitely done that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
For-
I could ask Tracy to answer this question. You can ask the artist
Yes.
on this one.
She's got a fancy little chalkboard.
I kind of cheat a bit and I use my die cutter and cut vinyl for the stuff that I don't change. Like, so when it says microgreen menu and things like that, that stay up all the time. And you can get it in all different colors. And I cut out my letters like that and stick them so I don't have to always be drawing. But the
Nice.
wet markers
Ow.
are great because they don't rub off.
Like yours, I would write out yours the beginning of the year and it was done.
Yeah. And it always stayed, you know. Yeah. Them wet chalk markers, like what are exactly they're called, but yeah.
Chalk paint markers, chalk markers. I don't know. They come in all sorts of
Yeah.
colors, so it's really fun.
Yeah, all kinds. Even the pastels show up really good, so you don't have to have a neon if that's not your color scheme. They all look really good.
Yeah.
And these are used on a chalkboard, not on a whiteboard.
Yeah, chalkboard.
Okay. Cool.
You
Yeah, I
have
was
some
looking
bright
at it.
colors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
Yeah,
did look more
search-
appealing, so that's why I'm like, well, let me ask, because a whiteboard looks like you're in an office, basically.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, the chalkboard's cozier. Just search for
Okay.
wet erase chalk marker,
Okay.
and that you'll find all kinds.
Not sure why she sent me squirrels.
I learned that they don't like rain.
Oh yeah.
Don't get them
Yeah.
The farmer's market.
Yeah, you got to be up underneath your tent right away, right?
Right.
My sign is crying.
I'll launch myself like a flying squirrel over my chalkboard, screaming, "Protect the chalkboard!" while I knock all my display over.
I destroyed everything else, but the chalkboard's fine.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. All right.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
welcome.
Yeah, see,
Catch.
it's always fun when you pull out things out of germination and you see the cedar didn't hit one side of it.
It's like a side.
Oh no.
Just half of the tray not seeded. Not half, but half of the one side. Here. It's like this.
Oh,
Missed a spot.
Yeah.
Just the thought.
Spot.
And when you're doing the seeding with the little green seeding machine, and it's the automatic going through with the conveyor belt, you don't really see that because me or Jess are not on the end catching. It's the other employee kid, and he doesn't pay that close attention.
I missed like 4 trays.
Yeah,
In a row.
yeah. Hey, this is the 4th tray. I got nothing on. They were coming through.
They're a new kind that are really transparent.
Yes. These are going to be very light for you. You're hardly going to know you're eating them.
Yes. Very fancy. If you see it, no, it's not the right one. Don't settle for that.
Don't settle for that. You just open the container and dump it on whatever you have. Trust me, it's there.
Yes.
Yeah, it goes with everything.
All right. Well, anything else? Nothing good. Pat?
Nope, I'm good. My basil's about 1.5 inches also.
Okay.
Nice.
That's good. Right along.
Yeah.
We cut the ones today. I can't show you what it looks like at the end because they're already cut. Oh, we got an extra one. So this is the extra one apparently. So this is what we would be harvesting today if we needed to.
That's what you're going to be eating this week.
This is what I'm going to be eating this week, and it smells amazing. So I'm okay with that.
Oh, pretty. How many days is that?
Yeah.
It's 31.
31.
Next week.
Wow.
Pretty.
what's your yield? What would be like an average yield off a tray like that?
5 ounces.
Maybe
Uh,
6.
Conservative, I would say 5 ounces.
Oh,
Sometimes you get
Okay.
6, but
This
5.
week it was 6, so that guy is extra.
yeah. This week they all grew well and it was 6, so we got an extra one. So I get to have that for food all week. So
Nice.
Sometimes those get turned into full-size basil during market season.
we'll do that too.
Oh yeah, that I'm adding basil. I got the pots.
You got
So
pots?
I'll be taking basil, little live pots of basil. I got those
Nice.
4-inch pots. Yeah.
Perfect.
And that'll draw people to the tent too.
Yeah, and when I was
You're-
looking at the grocery store, their little live basils were like tiny pots. And they were $5. So I think mine will
Yeah.
sell.
Yeah.
You can definitely outdo those.
Yeah, for sure.
Do
Yeah,
you
it's a good
guys
product.
find that having like live trays or not live trays, like Tracy was saying, like having, let's say a little 5x5 of amaranth and some 5x5 of basil, does the visual of the people seeing them in the tray bring them over to the more? Okay.
Yeah, if you have the ability to transport them, I would recommend doing them in 5x5s.
Mhm.
You give me like,
No, it's a wheatgrass, but
yeah, it's a wheatgrass one, but like these 5x5s.
Okay.
This is a solid one
Yeah.
underneath and then the hold one on top.
You can probably
Um,
wheatgrass.
anyway, I won't try to do that right now with being on camera. But anyway, and then you can set a whole bunch of these. So this way you have a whole bunch of little crops and you don't have to have a whole bunch of 10, 20 trays with them, but you can take 8 different crops and have it all in one tray, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, people love seeing what it looks like while it's growing.
And then people try to buy them, which is fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you're doing it in this, I
Cool.
recommend selling them for a little higher because that's going to cost you money for the tray. But if you're doing it in like the wheatgrass ones that we use that sell at the grocery store, they're just able to go. They're cheap plastic things. Then yeah, so if you look in the resource list, it'll say the 5x5s for wheatgrass on them. But they're come by 8 and Them I'd sell just, yeah, you can have it for $6 and yours. Because we do sell the wheatgrass
Okay,
like
yeah.
that, but yeah.
I have
And
some
depending on
cheap
your
ones.
rules.
They're like 5x5, but they're cheap. Like the plastic is, you can feel it's flimsy, so they can have that.
Like this one.
Yeah, yep.
Yep. That's what we sell our wheatgrass in live at the grocery stores. So
Okay. All right, yep.
yeah. And we did take them sometimes for farmers market, especially newer farmers markets we go to. So people can see it, like Tracy said, people like to see that. And we had quite a few wanting to buy it. So, and we don't, when somebody wants to hand you money, you don't say no, you say yes.
Yeah, I take wheatgrass for sale and they
Yeah.
buy it. I have it
Oh.
all kind of, I put 3 of them, they fit in this cute little wooden thing that I don't even know where I got them, but I have a couple of them, so I can put 3 in this little crate thing that covers up that plastic. And I put one on one table and one on another as kind of a decoration. And then I have my little wheatgrass signs there, and people love picking out like which plant they're gonna buy. And
Nice.
I sell those for like all different reasons. I had one lady comes, she's a juicer. She's a big like fast walker, and she goes around like this power walking everywhere. She
Yep.
buys it for juice. And I have some people that come get them for their cats. And then this one lady has parties for her dog and invites other dogs over for their parties, and she buys them.
That's awesome.
Wow.
It's funny.
Yeah.
My dog doesn't care. My dog would rather like think he can pee on it. He doesn't want to eat it. Like, no, dear, that's
We're all different.
not that. My dog doesn't think he's a dog anyway. He's just a very hairy little boy.
Yeah, our cats think they're dog, but they love the wheatgrass. Like the one's getting sad, and then the cat just looks at it like and looks at you like, you're gonna replace this sometime, like.
Yeah, my sister her cat likes it too. I take it up to her when I go.
We have one lady that buys 8, so a whole flat, 8 wheatgrasses a week from one of the grocery stores we're at. And she's
Oh,
always texting
wow.
to make sure we're going to be there on the next day and when we're supposed to be there.
She did pretty early today, so I'm very thankful. Sometimes it's like 2 a.m. She will send me a random like, "Hey, just want to check on the delivery in the morning." I'm like, "It is morning, lady."
And is she a juicer? Is she juicing
No,
those? Or is
it's for
she?
her cat.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's
She also
commitment.
bought
8 of them.
a ton, like 10-pound box of tuna.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tuna.
Yeah. She's an interesting one. I
Yeah.
think the cats are holding her hostage, but like if we
Maybe it's a King Kong sized cat.
Yeah, maybe nobody's seen it, so you never know.
never know. But yeah, she'll message me to make sure we're on schedule because she sends somebody. If she can't make it, she'll send somebody to the store to go pick it up.
Yeah, Chopper's here.
She has her shopper here. I was like, did the cats not let her out the door? Poor lady. But 8 every single week for, I don't know, 2 years at least, 3 years.
3 years, yeah. Yeah, been 3 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's a very loyal customer. We love that.
All right.
All right.
Nancy snuck in. Said, anybody? We got 4 minutes left. If you guys got anything. If not, we'll jump off.
I'm good. I don't have any more.
Okay.
Thanks for all the info.
No problem. Thanks guys
Yes,
for showing up.
thank you for the tips.
Bonuses.
Bonuses. This is what you get when you come
Bonus.
live, extra calls like this, right?
Great.
So
I know, that's why I come on.
Nancy, do you got anything since you came in last bit here?
No, I will join the recording, so I will
Okay.
freshen up when that's out there. Thank you.
All right. All right. Well, on that, I will see you guys all later and yeah, whenever the next call is that's on the calendar. We'll see you then.
All right,
Thank
good
you.
night.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
night.
Have a good night. Bye.
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 How did I get out of that? No, I'm in the Zoom still, but it's gone.
That's what
It's on team chat. Oh no.